Hi everyone, welcome to Kenya News K. On this channel, we highlight some of the news-making headlines. And of course, we also do political analysis, but that one now we are doing on Stureh punchline. For those who are looking for political analysis, we have juicy analysis on Stureh punchline. Go there and we are going to enjoy. Now, 2 days ago, Uganda was celebrating 60 years of independence. Remember, Uganda got its independence 1 year ahead of Kenya. And since independence up to now, Uganda has had 9 presidents in power. So that means Museveni is the 9th president. Yet here in Kenya, we're talking about the 5th. So Ruto is the 5th in Kenya, but Museveni is the 9th. So for us to have, in fact, seemingly how things are going is like, in Kenya, we will have the 6th president maybe in 2032, because it's like Ruto might serve for 10 years. But it is a matter of time we will get to know the truth once the right time comes, because anything can happen even in between. He might again just serve 5 years. It's possible. So we want to look into these 9 presidents who have served in Uganda, because I saw Kenyans talking about it. So we just want to check on the list of the all Uganda presidents. After that, we are also going to check on some of the posts from some of the leaders in Uganda in the reaction to the Independence Day, because I know this also was an event which was attended by the Kenyan President William Samoei Ruto. Now, on the list, number 1 is Edward Mutesa. Mutesa took over power in 1963 and he served up to 1966. 21 years, 44 days. Number 2 is Idi Amin. Idi Amin took over power in 1971 to 1979. So he served for 8 years and 76 days. That means Idi Amin served almost to close to 2 terms in office. Number 3 is Godfrey Binasia. Godfrey Binasia took over from Idi Amin in 1979 up to 1980. That means this is a president who served 327 days in office, close to 1 year in office only. Number 4 is General Basilio Olara Okello. Majina ina sound kama ya Idalo. He took over power on 27th July 1985 to 29th July 1985. 2 days. The most shortest served president in Uganda, General Balozi Olaro Okello. Then after that, we have number 5, Milton Obote. Milton Obote came to power in 1966 and then he ruled up to 1971. So that is 1981 to 1985. Milton Obote, and of course Obote came to power through the ballot. And then number 6, not 7, Yusuf Lule. Yusuf Lule came to power in April 1979, June, then 1979, a few days. That one means 2 months. That is 68 days in office. After that, we had Paul Mwanga. Paul Mwanga, now he sound kama Muluya, 1980 to 1980. That is 10 days in power. And then we have the 8th, General Tito Okello. Tito Okello came to power in July 1985, then January 1986, 181 days in office. That means merely half a year. And then lastly, we have Yoweri Museveni. Yoweri Museveni was an army officer, of course. That's why many people call him General Museveni. Museveni came to power in 1986 till present. That means this is the longest serving president 36 years in office. If there was someone who was born in 1986, now that person is 36 years. That means the tenure of Museveni in office is ahead of Bobi Wine age. When Bobi Wine was born, Museveni was already a president. So Uganda has had 9 presidents up to now. But the issue is that most of these leaders were coming to power through a coup d'etat. That's why there was a quick change. Some people serving 2 weeks, 2 days, other people serving 6 years. But then the longest serving, apart from Museveni, another person who served really long in office, I think it is Idi Amin and Milton Obote. These two served longer. So if you have to talk about presidents, then you can talk about Idi Amin, Obote, and Museveni. The issue was that Uganda army wasn't that much disciplined. There was no discipline in the army. That's why there were several coups. And of course, there was also no trust within the army. That's why it was leading to several coups. You agree on this, but then when someone take over, he change. He don't fulfill the agreement. Just like what we saw here in Kenya. Ruto made an agreement with the Musalia, Wetangula, and the team. And Ruto decided to reward all the people he had agreed to work with. But with the President Kibaki, he did not honor his agreement with Raila, because somewhere in 2002, they agreed that Railaodinga is going to be Prime Minister and Kibaki the President. But then when he took over power, he did not reward Railaodinga. So it means, because of mistrust, that's why there was a lot of coups in Uganda. But then I want to check on some of the posts some of the leaders in Uganda have shared. But before we go deep into that, for those who are watching and they have not yet subscribed, I'm humbly requesting you to subscribe to Kenya News K, so that once we release a new video, you will always get notified. And to all our subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, I'm asking you to give our video a thumbs up so that YouTube also can recommend our videos to more viewers. This is what Bobi Wine posted. In fact, he shared a letter. It's like this letter is from Qatar. The president will respond to Qatar because it has a headline, Qatar Livestock Investment Project. He reacted to this, and this is what Bobi Wine said. When he rushed to speak, Dictator Museveni signs patriotism, nationalism, and Pan-Africanism. At home, he practiced nepotism, patronage, sectarianism, and abuse of the state with impunity. He no longer feels any shame. The people of Uganda will win in the end. Bring back our people. Hashtag. There is a letter he has shared. I will read that letter later. But again, the same thing has been shared by Kizza Besigye. Kizza Besigye. This is what Besigye said. Uganda at 60. He shared a letter that already Bobi Wine has shared. And this is what Kizza Besigye shared, posted again. Best wishes of a happy independence anniversary to all Ugandans. We celebrate all our heroes who fought for independence. It was a painful struggle. Incase Museveni was imprisoned 37 times during the struggle. The second liberation struggle is out, and we shall overcome. But this is the letter that both Bobi Wine and Kizza Besigye were reacting to. This letter was being addressed to the Qatar State Home Affairs PO Box, Kampala, Uganda, that 1st January 2022. Nasan Mutembai, telephone number is there, Kampala. Subject, Qatar Livestock Investment Project. I have received your letter of the 25th of May 2022 regarding bringing the Qataris to Kisonzi in August or September 2022 to know about the Ankore cattle. Maandishi madogo kweli. By copy of this letter, I am informing our daughter, Miss Diana Kamuntu, to coordinate with you to arrange for the Qatari. The Qatari, however, do not want Qatari to spend their money on any of my farm. If they have the money, let them put it in Uganda Development Bank or any bank of their choice to be borrowed at low interest. By a copy of this letter, again, I designate Ambassador Dr. Rashid Semundu as special envoy to Qatar, and I appoint Dr. Nasan Tandekwire as senior presidential advisor on indigenous cattle with a salary personal to holder of shillings 15 million. I think this is Ugandan shilling, not Kenya, of course, and not Tanzania. Signed Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, President, copied to Minister of the Presidency, State House, Controller, Principal, Private Secretary to the President, Ms. Diana Kamuntu Kiaremera. I think the issue with Bobi Wine and Kizza Besigye was the appointment of Museveni or his daughter. Because Museveni has appointed his daughter, you can see there, inform my daughter, Mrs. Diana. So this is matters of national interest, but they bring in family. That is what Bobi Wine is talking about, nepotism, secretarism, and all those things. Again, Kizza Besigye was also reacting on the same. So that is all about Uganda. Thank you so much. See you in our next video. But let us meet in the comment section.